You have the authority to decide where your faith goes, who has access to you, and who doesn't have access to you. You have the authority to determine how long the problems in your life last. No, it is true. In Mark 6, verses 45 through to 52, we are told that this happens right after Jesus feeds the over 20,000 people with, the loaves of bread and the fish, the very minimal amount that he had to work with. A miracle. He blessed it. He looked to the heavens and he blessed it. He called on the Father and it multiplied so much so that it said that, he fed 5,000 men, not including women and children. And then fast forward to just in the evening of this, he sends his disciples to go across Galilee while he sends the multitude away. He was going to pray. He didn't plan to go with his disciples to the other side. He planned to go and pray. But you see, when they were halfway across Galilee, they had problems with a storm. The winds were against them, and so they were rowing to no avail. It said they were rowing in the fourth watch. This is about 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., anywhere in between that. So it was pitch black at night. And Jesus, it says, Jesus saw them struggling. He was watching them. And so oftentimes we ask, where is this Jesus when we are in struggles? He's watching us. But not only is he watching us, because he's not there watching and watching you happily while you struggle. No. Jesus was praying. So he was watching and praying for them that their faith that had just been increased by seeing the miracle that he did with the loaves of bread and the fish, that faith would increase, that they would know what to do, because he looked to the heavens and he blessed his problem, and the problem turned into a mighty solution that fed so many people. He expected them to also look up to the heavens and ask that God intervene into what they were dealing with. And when he saw that this wasn't happening, he walked on the problem, which was the water. And it said that he would have passed them had they not invited him into the boat. When they saw him, they were afraid. They were like, this must be a ghost. And today I was reminded that Jesus comes to us in ways that we don't expect. And when he delivers us from our problems in ways we don't expect, we don't immediately recognize that this is the hand of God. And so we're like, oh my God, what is this? We don't even realize that we need to give thanks right now because he just worked a miracle in our lives. And it's when they were so afraid, they cried out. When we cry out, we're like, God, I'm going to die. This thing is going to take me out. It's when Jesus says, be of good cheer, it is I. Be of good cheer, I'm dying. He's saying, be of good cheer because it is I, because I'm here. Recognize that when I made this breakthrough for you, it is me. So now, even though the problem hasn't stopped yet, but you're seeing a way through, you're hearing that you can do this thing to get out of this problem. You are seeing somebody step in to say, be patient, this is going to work out. This is him speaking to you, so be of good cheer. And when they recognize that it was him, and I can only assume that they were like, Jesus, Jesus, save us. Because the wind was still going, the problem didn't stop yet. But they invited him into the boat. And the moment he stepped into the boat, the moment he stepped into their lives, the wind ceased, the storm stopped. So don't let your storm go on longer because you only cry out to him, but you don't invite him in to stop the problem. Because you see, we can say, God, you see what is happening. God, you see what is happening. But we don't say, God, I invite you in. Come in and just do what you're doing, please. We don't invite him in to come and take the reins. We say God must know. Oftentimes people are like, God sees, like, why should I call him? He knows what's happening. He knows, but he's not forceful. He's not going to push down your doors. You have to invite him in. And the moment they invited him and he stepped into the boat, it says the wind ceased. And you know what? They were in the middle of the sea when this thing was happening. And it said that in John that whenever he stepped into the boat, immediately they reached to the land. They reached to the land that they were going. You see, you are on your way and things are taking so long because you're doing it of your own strength, because you're so strong and mighty and you're so independent and you're so hardworking, but you're pulling and you're pushing and it's only in your own strength. Don't let it be said that our problems last longer because we don't invite the problem solver. Don't let it be said that our way stays blocked for longer because we don't invite the way maker. Don't let it be said that the waters trouble us for longer than they should because we don't involve the bridge over troubled waters. Once Jesus steps into the boat, into your life, and takes control because he's invited to do so, the creator of time will make time that waits on no man look like nothing when he kicks things into gear. You have the authority to determine who has access to your life and who doesn't, to determine how long your problems last and how long they don't. You have the authority to keep Jesus out and to invite him in. Invite him in today. Use your authority. Use your authority. He's not bull, buck, and duppy conqueror. He will not push down the door and come in. He's not a bull. He wants you to invite him in. He's giving you that authority to use it. He's at the right hand of the Father right now, and he wants you to call upon him because he's praying for you and he's watching you and he's asking for more faith for you to push through. But he wants to push through with you. In fact, he wants to come and do the pushing through for you. So invite him in today. Invite him in and you will reach your destination. Yes, the credit card is overdraft, but invite him in. Yes, you're sick, but you're alive, so invite him in. Yes, you're homeless, but you are alive, so invite him in. Invite him in and watch him turn it around for you because you have the authority. Oh, but he has the answers. Thank you, Jesus. You have the authority, but he has the answers. Let the bridge over troubled water come and stop your troubled waters for you. Don't let your way stay blocked for longer because you haven't called upon the way maker. Almighty God. Ooh, don't let the miracles stay stagnant because you haven't called upon the miracle maker. You have the authority. Use it today. Invite him in. Invite him in. He just wants the invitation and he will come and he will show you how things are done. And don't be worried or dismayed when he starts turning things around and it's not how you asked for. He knows everything. He knows everything and he knows what he's doing. He's the master chef and he will cook something up, something you've never tasted before, you couldn't even imagine. And let me tell you, it's the best thing you'll ever taste. And he would keep blowing your mind over and over again if only you invite him in. Remember what he has done. Remember. And when the problems come to you, he's watching you and he's praying for you. So all you need to do is to bow your head and look up to heaven in your spirits and invite him in. Because he will pass you by, but we don't want him to pass us by. We have the authority, but he has the answers. Invite him in. Invite him in and be blessed.